Alright, so I know I generally talk about movies on this channel, but it's Voxel Geek. It's not called Voxel Movies. I can talk about whatever I want. If I wanted to, I could talk about some recipes that I have made. You can't fucking control me. Who do you think you are? And maybe sometimes I get angry about things, and now I finally have a platform for me to vent my emotions. Alright, enough beating around the bush. I'm here to talk about Five Nights at Freddy's. So, I've kind of had a nice decline in enjoyment of this game series. I will still contend that Five Nights at Freddy's 1, the original, is a legitimately great game. It was a cool original concept for the time, and it was fun. I enjoyed it. But the problem is that Scott Cawthon, the developer of these games, he just did the same thing 4 times in a row. The games just didn't evolve. I mean, we're 4 games in, and all we really had is just sitting down and closing doors. I mean, sure, in the 4th game you run to the doors, but you're not actually moving. That's just an action that the character does on its own. And apart from being 4 games in and still not moving or doing much, they take away the cameras. That's one of the key features of Five Nights at Freddy's. You don't progress the gameplay and you take away that? It's not progressing. That's just devolving. That's going backwards. And a lot of people like to say, it's all about the story, man. Like, it's all about the lore. Well, first of all, you still have to make a game that's fun to play. And second of all, the lore is just completely jumbled up. It's just this idiotic mess. I mean, even fucking MatPat, the game theorist, even he doesn't know what it is anymore. In his latest video, he basically says, well, it could be this, but it could also be this, so you kind of have to decide for yourself. Even he doesn't know. And there's this game called The Joy of Creation Reborn, and it's basically a Five Nights at Freddy's clone, but it's a free roaming game, and it's actually really cool. It's genuinely scary, and that's because, you're actually walking around. Well, it's not necessarily a pizzeria. I don't really know where the game takes place, but you could turn around a corner and the animatronic will be right there, and you'll be all surprised and scared. You'll be like, it's so scary. And that's actually really cool. Like, that's the evolution that the Five Nights at Freddy's game should have taken. And I guess this leads me into the sister location game. So, a new trailer came out for Five Nights at Freddy's sister location, and it actually looks pretty cool. So, first of all, you don't see any cameras. That's a plus. I mean, I know I said that it was a minus in Five Nights at Freddy's 4, but that's because the gameplay was still the same. But in this one, it actually appears like you're gonna be able to move around a bit. Now, they didn't actually show any first person walking around, but it showed you crawling through vents, so that leads me to assume that you will be walking around in at least some sort of way, even if it's not necessarily a thing where you use WASD. Maybe you can go through different rooms or whatever. I don't really know. But I still don't know how excited I can get for this because, Scott Cawthon, he chips out these games just so quickly, and I think that's the main reason why they are so mediocre. It's because he releases them way too quickly. Like, nobody can make a decent game, a game that builds upon the last game in that short amount of time. It's just not possible. So I still don't know how good this game could possibly be, because he just put out FNAF World. Also, what is FNAF World? I don't understand what this is. I don't think I want to understand it. I'm not gonna pay attention to it. It's just you're the weird cousin that nobody likes. You can just go along, mate. But anyway, guys, I think that just about wraps up my thoughts on Five Nights at Freddy's. So tell me what you guys think. Do you guys still care about this franchise? Or are you like me, where you're just kind of, I guess I'll try it out? Who knows? But anyway, guys, while you're doing that, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I put out a video every single Friday. They're generally not about gaming. I talk about movies or TV shows. I made one video about TV shows, but I'm going to include TV shows in this conversation. And they're pretty solid videos in my humble opinion. You would probably think differently. You would probably think that they're mediocre, just like the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise. Ha! Take that, Scott Cawthon. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You gonna take down my video for copyright infringement or some shit? That's a popular thing around YouTube right now. Okay, I'm rambling. I'm just gonna end this video right now. It's over. Get out of here. Okay, but seriously, who built this? If I saw this shit at my local Chuck E. Cheese, I am out the exit immediately.